Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Tina from tinahills.com, and if you have a Taurus ascendant, a Taurus moon, and an Aries sun, then this is your video. So you have your ascendant or your rising sign in fixed earth, and you have your moon in fixed earth ruled by Venus, and this is the womb energy. And this is the sign that deals with the physical body and vegetation. This is the second sign of the zodiac. It is nocturnal. So you have a conjunction of your ascendant degree and your moon sign. So how the world perceives you and the way you feel emotionally fulfilled is quite spontaneous. And this is all Venusian, ruled by Venus. So you probably deal with banking or finances or arts and craft or any kind of business or any kind of beauty business. Venus is beauty. Okay. Now you have your sun in Aries, which is cardinal fire ruled by Mars. Now, sun is exalted in Aries because this is a powerful position for the sun. So, you like to shine. You can be quite the dominant because Aries sun, you are definitely the dominant one in the room. Now, the ascendant is the degree of the zodiac rising on the eastern side of the horizon at the moment of your birth. And the sign on which it falls is your rising sign. This is how your soul was plugged into the matrix. This is the first point of touch your soul made with the 3D world. This is your physical self. It is the Jungian mask you wear, how you interface with society. It is how it's how the world perceives you. Okay, your ascendant or your rising is most evident when you walk into a room. When you start speaking, they notice you very much so because Taurus rules the throat. So you probably have a very beautiful voice, even having a moon in Taurus, very beautiful voice. And if you have a Venus in your first house with your moon conjunction, exalted moon, you have an exalted moon because moon in Taurus is exalted. So now the ascendant is the Jungian mask you wear, like I explained, and it is your physical body and how you look, and this is all very Venusian because Venus is about beauty and harmony in forms. Okay, and Taurus is also the sign that rules the physical body and vegetation or agriculture. Okay, so food becomes a very important thing with Taurus, and especially with your Taurus moon, you're susceptible to excesses of sugar, sweet, that, Venus rule. Venus is all sweet things. That exalted moon can, have a lot of emotional upheaval. Okay, because, it's not always necessary that exalted planets give us the best effects. Sometimes exalted planets can bring about a decadence. But Taurus is the archetype of the builder. Okay, so you like to build, you like to root, and you like stability. Your glyph is the bull, so you understand the bull is slow moving, but he is slow and sure. He will complete his task once he's, fixed to doing something, and this is a fixed sign. This is how Venus expresses herself through fixed earth. Okay, and Taurus can be very tactile because Venus here expresses herself through the five senses by which a Taurus experiences the reality. Okay, think of the five-petal pentagram of Venus. That is how Taurians, experience reality. Very tactile, the sense of touch, the sense of, kissing, sensuality. They like to please people in bed. They like to take their time. They like to cuddle with you if necessary, especially with that exalted moon. Definitely very into beauty. Okay, because here Venus is getting a double boom. So definitely into beauty, and you have an exalted sun as well. So, you're definitely, although it is a 12th house sun in Aries, but it is still a very powerful sign of exaltation for the sun. okay? And I mean, there's definitely a sense of the leader about you with your sun in Aries. That's very, very, that's how you see yourself, okay? But you can be quite cold because Taurus is cold. It's nocturnal. As I said, it's wound energy. So having your rising and moon in Taurus, you're very fertile and you can get pregnant very easily, or you can impregnate very easily. That is something you've got to keep in mind if, making babies is not on your list of priorities, right? This is about rooting deeper. As I told you, go deep because you want to build, you want to consolidate, you want to create, you want functionality. Because when you think about Taurus, it's a very practical approach that Taurus has to life. This is fixed, the womb, the mother, vegetation, how we nourish ourselves. We put the food in the mouth and then the throat consumes it. Taurus also rules the thyroid, the throat and the thyroid. So, having a difficult Venus. For you guys with a double Venus ruled ascendant and moon, you have to see the placement of Venus, whether it's a day chart, night chart, whether Venus is in fall or Venus is exalted or Venus is, you have to see the placement by sign, by house, the aspects Venus is making, and all of that to truly ascertain how your life will play out. Because you have to understand Venus in your chart, and with Uranus in your sign, things have really changed, and they'll continue changing because Uranus is in this sign for the next, odd 5.5, 6 years. So things are going to shift, change, shift, change. But when I think of Uranus and Taurus, I think of how oak trees root even deeper when there are threats of electrical storms. It's because they understand that there's an impending storm coming, like Uranus is that thunderbolt, that electrical current. And that's what's happening to you, Taurus ascendant and Taurus moons, Taurus suns. You are rooting deeper. You're going into your body somewhere. So continue that journey. Always touch base with your body. When you have so much in Taurus, you have to touch base with your body. Okay, learn how to pleasure yourself, because once you explore your body, will you understand how Venus wants to experience reality through the five senses. Taurus, you like to cook. Okay, you call people over for dinner, you like to cook your food for them, and you like to impress. You also want someone to cook for you. Tons of Taurus guys, their heart, Taurus moon sun, yes, Taurus moon ascendant, Taurus suns, yeah, through their stomach. You can literally get them through their stomach. And this can be a problem because I said, if you have thyroid imbalances, you can put on weight. If you eat because of your emotions, then you can put on weight, and it's very difficult to lose weight if you're a Taurus moon and Taurus ascendant. So always keep that in mind, okay? Keep yourself fit, keep yourself working, and working that body. You can dance. You're very creative, very artistic, so dancing can be very good for you, okay? Now, you love to give gifts and receive gifts, okay? But there's a huge luxury loving, hedonistic, decadent side of Taurus, okay? Because Venus is how we enjoy. She seduces us into incarnation. But this could be detrimental to our soul growth, because we get so seduced that we fall into incarnation and we continue this vicious cycle. There is no nirvana because we are so engrossed in the 3D, exploring through our five senses. Okay, and we cannot get out of that. So don't let that pull you down in your spiritual development. That is something Taurians always have to work through. Temperamental, stubborn, can be very angry. Think of what happens when the bull sees red. Rage, stubborn. The fixed signs are very stubborn, my way or the highway. You want to control a relationship. Okay, some Taurian women will play the damsel in distress, and for the Taurian male, the damsel in distress trope is irresistible. He craves for that. He wants to rescue rootless people and give them roots. so they can start rooting, because rooting is such an important part to the Taurian. This is of course connected to the Muladhara chakra, and the Sephiroth that connects to it is Malkuth, which deals with the physical world, vegetation, animals, plants, and all of that. Taurus is a very powerful agricultural vibe. How we grow food, how we even consume food is very Taurian. Now, you need to understand the ephemeral, the transience of life, because you always tend to think that because you're the builder, you tend to think that everything is forever. Earth always tends to think everything is forever. They don't have that more ephemeral, transient side like the fire and the air signs do. So you have to understand that no one lives forever, nothing lasts forever. Everything is ephemeral, like bubbles, in the air. Universes blow in and blow out of existences like that. To be more spiritual can be very possessive, okay? Very possessive. And they do not like surprises, so don't try to surprise them. Okay, prepare them. They like to be prepared for whatever. Now, do not get trapped in materialism. People tend to think Taurus is only about this, but in the Vedic system, we link Taurus to the Kritika, the Pleiades constellation to the Kritikas, okay, which is a metaphysical bridge that brings information to us from the spirit world. So there's a very spiritual oeuvre to Taurus, right? And now, ultimately, this is about functionality and embodiment. Embody that Taurian energy, right? Stephen Forrest says Taurus is not just about money, okay? At an even more fundamental level, it represents nature itself and the survival resources it provides us. And now your sun. So I did not tell you what the moon is. The moon is, of course, the mother, the emotional side. It is who we are when the Jungian mask of the ascendant comes out. It's our imagination, the ESP, our mental, emotional mental state. How we connect, how we emote, how we will be as mothers. The moon is a sense of nourishment. Now the sun is the father. It's our leadership skills. It's the healthy sense of I am, okay, in the world. It is why we've incarnated, our soul's purpose, ultimately. Not the Martian impulses and action, but our soul evolutionary actions comes through the sun. So now you have a powerful sun in the 12th house. 12th house is the house of undoing, the house of incarceration, the house of hidden enemies, the house of death, the house of drinking, escapism, mental asylums, hotels, and all of that. So your father could have worked in any Neptunian field like that, oil, gas, cinema also. Aries sun in the 12th could be cinematic father, actor, or documentarian, filmmaker, all of that very possible. Now the Aries archetype is a trailblazer, the pioneer. So having an exalted sun in Aries, you are the pioneer. You like to go places where no one can go. And that is how you shine. That is how you display your leadership skills. So that is very profound to you. But you don't like to complete things. You start very many things and you don't like to complete them. Hopefully your double Taurus gives you the fixed energy to complete. This is cardinal, fire, the domain of Mars. Mars is harsh. It cuts and burns. So, it's not like Taurus. It's a very different energy, and it's one sign away. So it's a semi-sextile, which is a problematic energy with your sun, moon, and ascendant happening right there. The conjunction of your rising and your moon, and semi-sextile your sun, which is a problematic aspect, okay? So, yes, parents may not have seen eye to eye, or your emotions and your ambitions don't somehow gel in the world. But you're here to build and you're here to pioneer new things. So you have Mars. The placement of Mars will also tell you how you will shine, of course, because he's the ruler of your sun. So Aries, you're very quick moving, quick metabolism, and Sun in Aries in the 12th house can mean headaches, ENT issues, okay, problems with your gum and teeth. Now, leave me a comment to let me know how has this combination worked out for you, and how accurate have I been. Book a reading, like, comment, subscribe, means the world. Thank you.